Hey everyone. Since I last saw you, I've just been relaxing in the new neighborhood, arranging some properties. These areas should be chunks, according to my calculator. Each of the little zones that I've made here should each be a chunk. I'm very bad at roofs. I haven't got to the roof yet, but this is what the first property is looking like. I've been trying to tear this tree down, but it's an absolute nightmare. It must have been about 4 trees all merged into one, maybe even more than that. So I got the scaffolding out on it. I made a little garden over here. I think I've got to sort this area out. That's a bit messy. And then I went down in my little mine looking for some resources, and I came across a cave. So I thought we could go for an adventure in the cave together. Why not? Something a bit different, isn't it? A bit different from watching me just build houses and fish. Although I've got to say, it has been nice and relaxing living in the village for a while. Or living in the woods, I should say. I have to go rescue some of those villagers from that small village I found, but... Whoa, we're into it already. I found some iron. That's what I want. Loads of iron. Blimey. No, my dogs. There's too many. We're surrounded, boy. Fight for your life. This was a mistake. Shouldn't have just jumped in, I guess. Fight for your life, boy. You're doing great. I can't believe that dog's still alive. Wow, you did amazing. You get the last pork steak. And this as well. You get this as well. Oh, no, sorry. You get this as well. Eat that. Yeah, good, good. Wow. This dog's incredible. Let's get some light in the area so you guys can see what's going on. We found a lot of iron, which is great. If I want to take it home, I'd mine it with this pick. But maybe I want to use it in the builds. I'm sure there's plenty more iron in this cave, so maybe I'll just sneak this stuff out with one of these stone picks. And really what I came looking for initially was coal. I would love to find some coal. I think I saw some during the battle. Oh, and this as well. Can you believe I always forget to bring shears into a cave? Always. So, of all the glowing... What is this? Glowing moss? I've never ever collected any before. That is the first glowing lichen I've ever collected, ever. And that's it now, isn't it? I only need one piece, and now I can make an infinite supply of the stuff. Oh, you think you're clever? Meet my really rock-hard dog, yeah. Yeah, you thought. Uh-oh. No, let me out. Well, he's alive somehow. Oh my goodness. This is not going well. Come back, dog. Come to me. You are incredible. This one's getting armor. Well, actually, I won't be able to tell the difference, but he should definitely get armor. He's earned it. There's more of them. Ha. Ow. Alright, don't you worry about it. I've got food. I've got plenty of food. I've just got to remember where I've popped it. Give me a sec. We'll move the shears. Ugh, bread. Well, better than nothing. Ha! Ha! Ha ha ha! Oh, we found another dog. How are you sat down? That's strange. Let's feed him up. There we go. And is that my dog? Did I make him sit down? Well, that wasn't clever. Anyway, we're good. See, I told you I'd get him confused with the others. Wow, look at this place. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Okay, you watch your step. Wow. I mean, I'm speechless. I'm genuinely speechless. I'd like to get some of that amethyst for the builds, but I'm not sure I need it. And where I live, I actually live directly over the top of an amethyst vein, so I can really get as much of it as I want. So I don't really need it. Ooh, iron. Kind of want the iron. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's sneak out. Right, I'm worried about the dog, so I won't go any further on this occasion, but my goodness, that needs exploring at some point in the future. At some point in the future, not necessarily anytime soon. Here we go. You've earned it. Wow, you are such a good dog. You're such a good boy. You saved my life in the cave. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We've made some space, but I'm still working on clearing this area, turning it into little plots. Same on this side. We need to raise the level of the ground up one. Some of these are going to have beachfront properties. They'll have like a little jetty coming out the back of the house or something. I don't know, little balconies and that kind of thing, you know. Very nice. Someone down the end there is going to have a beach at the back of their house. Very nice. I've got to make sure that it's spawn safe, and then I've got to figure out how to get the villagers from the other end of this path. Now you might be saying to yourself, just use boats, which is all well and good, and it's kind of what I plan on doing, but look at the elevation changes that I've got to deal with. And then there's others that might be yelling, well, you can just keep picking up their job thing. Hello, I have a blue chicken, so I don't need you. I can keep picking up their job and then putting it down and picking it up and putting it down, and that's a good idea too. There's some dirt missing there, but the problem with that idea is that it does take a while and the days are pretty quick, and this guy, he doesn't want a job, so he's not going to care about that. Why are they running off in this direction? Stop running away into the woods. It's scary in the woods. What are you doing? Go back to the village. So I don't like spending too much time here in case the zombies spawn in. Oh, another kitty cat. I don't have any fishies for you. Sorry. So if I make a couple of boats and get them prepared, maybe I could even get a couple of job spots prepared. Okay, I've just made a little field for the cows, which is great. I need one for the sheep, or I could probably just move them in there, but once I breed them up, it's going to get confusing. I'll harvest my pumpkins when I get back as well. And now let's go see if we can set a trap. Okay, now then. Let's see if we can just set a trap here. Like this. And pop some boats down. Like this. And we'll put another boat down. Like here, maybe? I guess I'll leave this trap set for a while. And maybe someone will get lured in if they get close enough. And if not, I'll put down the other composters. I guess I'll have to bring them one at a time. It's going to be very boring and slow, but I'll get it done. Hello, friend. Ooh, you're a different one. I spent all my money in that village, though. Those rip-off prices. Oh well, never mind. Still lots of work to do. Even just tearing this tree down is such a project. I finally tore down that awful tree. You can sit down now. So I can get rid of this stuff, the scaffolding. We can take that down now. And I think it's about time I put a roof on this building before I move on to work on the next ones. So actually this bit of scaffolding may as well stay because it might be helpful, but not from there. I'm not very good at roofs. There's a particular style that I generally tend to follow. We stick it out just one further and then we do upside down step there. And we can go up and follow that trend. So it's normal step, then upside down step, all the way up. And then at the middle, you got choices, but I kind of like to flatten it off at the middle rather than doing the peak on top of it. Yep, that's over the middle, right? That's perfect. And then at the bottom, we just do one more upside down. Sometimes you can stick an extra one on there, but I think that looks quite good with it just going down there at the edge. You see? Last ones. Alright, that should be the roof, so I don't need this gap anymore. I keep thinking I hear a zombie over here, but I think it's actually just the cows. Either that or there's one like underground just there. Oh, nearly night time, just enough time to look at what we've got so far. What do you think of that? Obviously I haven't finished the edges. I'll go back and do them in a minute. But so far, pretty nice looking roof, right? So now we need to talk about this interior section just here. But first, I will go to bed. Got myself some oak logs for the next section. Ooh. We're up in here. And I think, if I remember rightly... I think we want the first ones to go up like this. And then in like this. And then up again. Just there. And then I guess it's going to have to go across there and there. God, that sun's awful. Gonna have to change them blocks at the top. These two blocks, instead of being upside down stairs, these two blocks are going to be solid. Let's try that. We've filled that little gap in, and I think that looks okay. Some people change these to like full blocks, and maybe that might look better. Shall we do that? No, because it will take too much effort without an axe apart from anything else. And I'm pretty sure, maybe, I know, let's make them all go upwards like that. That might look better. and then just the two across. So we'll take these ones out. Up. And the same here. We want up, 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 and sideways, sideways, like that. Okay. Now we could go overboard and add more wood. If I do add the corners in, I'll definitely do it with the proper corner pieces, them ones. But for now, I'm happy enough with that. Next, we need the special wood. Ooh. I think my plan is to stick one there for a building block, and then I guess I didn't really need to do that. I can come down from the top. Oh no, I need an axe. God damn. Yeah, we can just do this. Actually, those pieces don't matter at all. I desperately need an axe. Grab an axe. All right. Got to be careful not to accidentally strip the oak. Okay. I think we're done. Let's go take a peek. Yeah, we just need one more block there, but for now it's a window. All right, what do you think to the style? What do you think? I absolutely love how this has come out. We can always add something up at the top, like fences or trapdoors, just to, you know, mix that up a little bit. On the white there. This is called a wattle and daub style building. It was a medieval technique where they wove the wooden logs in with this, what they call daub, made of like straw and all sorts of other stuff. And it became very popular in medieval England. In like the Tudor times, it became sort of very popular. So now in medieval towns in England, medieval towns, it became very popular in England. So now in many small villages, especially in the south of England, you tend to find a lot of these like fake, it's called mock Tudor style, and it'll be like brickwork at the bottom and white at the top with all the like wooden logs. So it's kind of an iconic look in my country. And I've always liked it. I don't know why. We used to use white wool back in the day, but now we've got so many options, and I haven't had a chance to use the pale oak logs yet for anything, and it just seemed perfect for the job. I'm thinking we need some dark oak stairs in these corners. That might be what's missing there to just give these more of a diagonal look. So I think I'll add those. But apart from that, as the sun's setting, I think that's one building finished. No villagers yet. I haven't checked my trap for a while, but last time I checked it was empty. I think I'm going to have to try something else. I've put in the next couple. I've just finished the framework on this one, and I think we're going to do it largely similar, but because I haven't got any of the white stuff, we're just going to make it out of wood. I thought maybe we could have the bottom layer cobblestone as like a foundation, and then we can dig the floor out. I really like the dark oak wood flooring, same as the other one. I couldn't find anything better, so we'll just continue that. Okay, so that'll be the size of the actual house. This is just the framework on the outside. What do you think? Maybe 2 layers of cobble? Since it's such a big building, maybe we should do a big foundation layer. Now I'm thinking we'll just go up with the regular oak planks for the next few layers up to the edge of the framework right there. Now we just fill in above the doorway like so. Next thing we need to do is think about windows. I think this is annoying that I've done it like this, but I think that'll probably look best. And the same on this side. And a large back window. The dark shading has made it look like 3 different sections rather than just the 2, so we'll have to think about lighting that up with some lanterns later. But for now, we just have to get to digging out the floor. As I said, I think these dark oak slabs look best. There's just something warm about them, and we are operating on limited supplies, so in a pinch I couldn't think of anything better. Okay, now let's talk about the roof. I'm thinking something nice and light, so I brought along some birch. I'm not very good with this scaffolding, but I'll figure it out. Nope, that went upside down. Have to go there like that. Now that we've got the roof at this stage, we can come back in with the oak logs, and we learned from last time that I like it best when we go up, 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 and up, up, up facing, and then 2 across ones like that. And you can see this time I learned to leave a little gap in there. And then we can fill these gaps with solid blocks. And back to finishing off the roof. I finished off the door this time with white wool from my sheep, and I think for the ceiling we'll just keep it nice and bright with a birch wood ceiling. Again, same as the roof. Maybe we could put like a structural beam through the middle, but because it's like an even number wide, I'm not sure it should go that way. It should probably go this way across if we do that. But if I do add that, it will be later on down the line when I add like lanterns, because you can't hang a lantern off a top slab. Couple of lights in here for now, just until we get it furnished and get a villager moved in, and that will be next time. Hopefully we'll be moving some villagers into our houses. I've got a roof to finish off there, a few bits and pieces to finish off there, and obviously some detailing needs to go on this one, but it's a good start, right? It's a start at least, and it's nice to finally have some structures in place. I did my maths again, by the way, and it turns out that these are all off by 1 block. But you know, that's just what happens when you do regular maths with minus numbers. It's not recommended. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We got quite a lot done this time. And next time, hopefully, we'll be bringing some civilization to the area. So look forward to that. Love you. Bye. And we can fill that gap with bread. And then we can fill these gaps with solid blocks.